Okay, so I beat Elden Ring without dealing damage to Radagon or Elden Beast. Now, to do this, obviously I used no weapon because I wasn't doing damage, but I used the Erd Tree Seal to cast my incantations. You'll see why I need incantations in a little bit, but for the armor, I was just using the Bull Goat armor because it has one of the best physical damage negations in the game, and it also has the best poise in the game, so it's just a really good armor to tank some hits if you need to. Now for talismans, I was using the Dragon Crest Shield Talisman +2 just to get more damage negation so I could take more hits if I needed to. I was also using the Great Jar's Arsenal to raise my equip load so that I could still quick dodge with this heavy armor I was wearing. I was using the Halig Drake Talisman +2 to boost holy damage negation because it is the main damage source that both Radagon and Elden Beast use, just so I could tank more hits again. Same thing with Radagon's Sword Seal. I also really only put it on for the extra like 100 health it gave me so that I could tank more hits. And obviously I'm using the Black Knife Tiche summon because it is easily the best summon in the game. Now for the spells I'm going to be using, I'm really only using 2 spells, but it's really only one spell, which is going to be the Erd Tree Healing, or the Erd Tree Heal, and then the Blessing of the Erd Tree. Now the Erd Tree Heal, I believe, heals about 1500 health in one, and that's you and allies, and the Blessing of the Erd Tree just makes it so you and your allies can regenerate health, which I really didn't use that much unless I was in a situation where I wasn't going to be able to get to my summon. A lot of the time I would use that, but most of the time was Erd Tree Heal because it does so much health in one, and it takes the same amount of time to use as the Blessing of the Erd Tree. So obviously, start the fight, and Black Knife Tiche is immediately summoned because I'm not doing damage. I'm just sitting back, watching him go to work, and when he loses a decent amount of health, I run over and use my Erd Tree Heal to heal 1500 of its health. Now, going into this, I could basically put all of my flasks into FP, and that is because I'm using Erd Tree Heal, which heals myself 1500 every time, which is more, I think, well over half of my health bar. I think it's like 3/4 of my health bar or something like that. But this was actually really easy to do. I think it took me like 4 or 5 tries, and only 2 of those tries I got to Elden Beast, and that's because Elden Beast is a lot easier than Radagon. For some reason, Radagon throws out a lot of attacks, even though it looks like I'm beating him really quick here, which I was at the start. He starts like getting health back and taking less damage, and when he starts doing the teleport thing, which you see here, he is dodging the like red slice attack that Tiche throws in the air, which is like the main source of damage. Like none of their other attacks do damage except for that attack, and he dodges that attack by teleporting, as you just saw right there. So that makes it really slow. Obviously I'm not going to keep the whole fight in because without that it is an 11.5-minute video just to show the whole fight, and I had to do that like 5 times, so this took me about an hour to do. Now, the Elden Beast fight was really annoying because it was a lot of the Elden Beast running away and then having to chase it so that Black Knife Tiche could get close enough to use her Black Flame kind of thing. So this probably took like the longest out of everything. And for some reason at the very start, Tiche had very, very low health, so it was kind of scary. Like I thought she was gonna die, and then obviously I would have not been able to beat it. I was also kind of worried about the Elden stars, but luckily it locked onto me, and I was able to dodge it pretty well, so Tish was able to just get like all of the damage she could on Elden Beast, which I'm pretty sure is what helped me beat this so easily this time, because all the other times I wasn't really close to beating it. Also right here is kind of a clutch. I did almost die. I think if I didn't dodge that last one, I probably would have died very close to winning. But this was pretty easy, like I said, 4th or 5th try. And it turns out it's a lot easier to beat the game with only your summon than it is to beat the game with no summons. Maybe that's because I suck. That's probably what it is. I mean, I think it was my build mainly, because I was using a bleed build with 60 arcane, so like 50 of my 150 points went into arcane. And bleed doesn't really work on the last 2 bosses. So if I had a different build, I probably could have beat it, but I didn't. And for the ending, I picked the, what is it called? The Mending Rune of the Death Prince, because it was one of the last ones I had. I just need one more ending, which is the Golden Order ending, and I will have gotten every ending in the game. I'm pretty sure all of those endings are up on my channel. I believe so. So if you want to go like look at any of the other endings, all of my endings are with different builds. This one, the reason it's taken me so long to get these videos out recently is because I started a brand new account that is going to stay at the level 150, which is the meta level for Elden Ring. So it took me a long time because I started as a wretch and I had to get all the way up to level 150. I've also done like pretty much everything in the game that I know of so far. Obviously there's some bosses I haven't done yet, but I've done a lot more than I did in my last save. So it's taken me a while to get here, but enjoy the cutscene, I guess. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you do not miss videos in the future. See ya.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall the age of the Duskborn.